Welcome to the Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. E-content developer is Professor Basavaraj Vikke, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Government Engineering College, Raichur. So, in 18ME 35A, metal cutting and forming, we are going to have the session 4 with 5th module. Already we have taken 3 sessions on that. So in sheet metal operations we are going to continue with the 4th session. So once the session is going to be concluded, at the end of the session the students will be able to understand the drawing variables in the process, identify the drawing sheet metal operation, and the knowledge of trimming and shearing process. The contents to be covered in the session will be introduction to draw ratio. Again we are going to have drawing force, MCQs, assessment on VTU question papers. So we have seen in the last class or last session that during drawing process the blank is placed on the die support. Then when the punch moves, it takes the shape of the cup, and if the diameter is less and height is more, and if the drawing process is continued, that we called it as the deep drawing process. So in deep drawing we saw it as sometimes a single operation is not sufficient to get the height of cup. So we are going to repeat the same operation to obtain the height of the cup with respect to the variable. So we have used the word as drawing ratio there, which was the ratio of blank diameter to the punch diameter. So now we will see the variables which are going to affect this operation of drawing. So the process variables that affect the success or failure of a drawing operation include the punch and die radii, punch to die clearance, press speed, lubrication, and the type of restraint of metal flow used. So optimization of process parameters in sheet metal forming is an important task to reduce the manufacturing cost. So to determine the optimum values of the process parameters, it is essential to find their influence on the deformation behavior of the sheet metal. So the significance of 3 important parameters, what we have seen over here is die radius, blank holder force, and the friction coefficient. So the factors affecting the shearing operation are shape and material of the punch, die, speed of the punching, lubrication, clearance between the punch and die. So in the first session we have seen this shearing process. So basically sheet metal operations we have divided into 2 classifications or 2 types. One is the cutting or shearing process and the second is forming process. In shearing process, these definitions we have understood: punching, blanking, perforating, parting, notching, and lancing. So these operations we have seen in detail, the punching and blanking, with respect to the difference what they are going to have over here. Both are going to be the same method, that is getting the process is going to be same, but the difference being with respect to the material or the output whatever we are going to get. So in punching, it's a shearing process, die and punch, where the interior portion of the sheared sheet is to be discarded. So the remaining sheet where we are going to get the portion, so that is going to be considered. The opposite is going to be true in the blanking. So here in the shearing process, using a die and punch, where the exterior portion of the shearing operation is discarded and whatever the blank that is going to fall, that is the requirement over here, or that is the output. So perforating, we have seen it as a punching a number of holes in a sheet. So parting is shearing the sheet into two or more pieces. Notching is removing pieces from the edges, means required notch shapes we are going to give, either a V shape or rectangular, square shape, that we are going to give. Then lancing is leaving a tab without removing any material over there. So in shearing process, cutting processes are those in which a piece of sheet metal is separated by applying a great force to cause the material to fail. The most common cutting processes are performed by applying a shearing force and are therefore sometimes referred to as the shearing processes. Shearing or cutting, what we have seen it at the beginning itself. When a great or enough shearing force is applied, the shear stress in the material will exceed the ultimate shear strength and the material will fail and separate at the cut location. That is, initially plastic deformation is taking place, then the fracture, and at the end ultimately the separation is taking place. So this shearing force is applied by two tools, one above and one below the sheet. These tools are punch and die. Upper and lower blades, the tool above the sheet delivers a quick downward blow to the sheet metal that rests over the lower tool. A small clearance is present between the edges of the upper and lower tools, which facilitates the fracture of the material. The size of the clearance is usually 2 to 10%. Again, it depends upon many factors such as thickness, then the material property, mechanical property of the material, and then shearing pressure, force, and then it varies. So effects of shearing on the material. The effects of shearing on the material change as the cut progresses and are visible on the edge of the sheared material. When the punch or blade impacts the sheet, the clearance between the tools allows the sheet to plastically deform and roll over the edge. As the tool penetrates the sheet further, the shearing results in a vertical burnished zone of the material. Finally, the shear stress is too great and the material fractures at an angle with a small burr formed at the edge. So effects of shearing on the material, this we can see here. This is the punch which moves here. This is the sheet metal. We have a small clearance here. So this moves. And you can see that this is going to here also thickness shape. So burr is formed there, then roll over depth, penetration depth we are going to see. The height of each of these portions of the cut depends upon the several factors, including the sharpness of the tools and the clearance between the tools. That is, the portion whatever we are going to get depend upon this. The term shearing by itself refers to a specific cutting process that produces straight line cuts to separate a piece of sheet metal. Commonly, it is used to cut a sheet parallel to an existing edge which is held square, but angled cuts can be made as well. For this reason, shearing is primarily used to cut sheet stock into smaller sizes in preparation for other processes. Shearing has the following capabilities. Sheet thickness, we are going to have this as 0.005 to 0.25 inches. Tolerance width plus or minus 1 inch. Surface finish 250 to 1000. The shearing process is performed on a shear machine, often called a squaring shear or power shear, that can be operated manually by hand or foot or by hydraulic, pneumatic or electric power. Shearing machines are there. A typical shear machine includes a table with support arms to hold the sheet, stops or guides to secure the sheet, upper and lower straight edge blades and a gauging device to precisely position the sheet. The sheet is placed between the upper and lower blade, which are then forced together against the sheet cutting the material. In most devices, the lower blade remains stationary and the upper blade is forced to move down. The upper blade is slightly offset from the lower blade. Usually it is 5 to 10% of the thickness of the sheet. So again you can see that upper blade is angled so that the cut progresses from one end to the other and reducing the required force. The blades used in these machines typically have a square edge than a knife edge and are available in different materials such as low alloy steel and high carbon steel. We are going to have one more operation called as a trimming operation. The trimming, as the name is indicating, trimming means we are going to give the required shape and size. The trimming process is the shearing of excess material from the headed configuration of complex shapes so as to obtain the final design of specification. So we are going to have the assignment questions. List and discuss the drawing variables. Explain shearing and trimming process. So again we are going to have references. Thank you.